You were almost a Jill sandwich.
Dino Crisis. Everyone calls it Resident Evil, but with dinosaurs. And, well, it's kind of like that. There's a bit more to it. It's not as popular or as important, but it deserves to be talked about. Let's get into it. Like with real-life dinosaurs, the franchise was buried for a long time, but in 2025, Dino Crisis 1 and 2 were re-released on GOG. That's the version I'm playing. Dino Crisis 3 is still stuck on consoles though. It looks really goofy. We'll get to it.
McCoy! Are you okay? Where is everyone else?
They're dead! They're all dead!
Take it easy.
Looks like the air is safe in here. It's all right.
Good.
Like Resident Evil, Dino Crisis was made by Shinji Mikami and his team. Instead of survival horror, he described it as a panic horror game, which makes sense I guess, because you never know when you're gonna get jump scared. This game really likes jump scares.
You picked the wrong house, dude!
It was released almost the same time as Resident Evil 3, which also had an emphasis on constantly being jump scared by a big monster. I guess Mikami really likes it when big things are chasing after him. Anyway, Dino Crisis takes place in the distant future of 2009. Lol. We begin the game just like an office worker begins their Monday morning. By reading the goddamn email.
You have mail.
Are you a male or female?
Email.
An email.
The story goes something like this. An agent named Tom disguised himself as a scientist. He infiltrated a research facility on some spooky island. He was sent there by the government to find out if there were any secret weapons developed there, because the government is always scared if someone has a bigger gun than them. He didn't find any weapons, but he did find a special person. No, not in a romantic way, I think. He found that some scientist, Dr. Kirk, discovered a super cool energy source. When people mess around with special energy, bad stuff always happens. Supposedly he died 3 years ago, but there are signs that he's still alive. So you know the drill. Stupid scientists are doing stupid experiments that will likely lead to a lot of stupid deaths. Sounds familiar. Our mission is to go to that island and find the stupid doctor. We're part of an organization called SORT, which is sort of a stupid name. It stands for Secret Operation Raid Team. Because we're super cool, we take a helicopter, and it doesn't crash. A helicopter at the start of a video game doesn't crash. Wow. The squad parachutes down to the island. Because this is a 90s Capcom horror game, you expect the voice acting to be bad. It's not super amazing, but it's leagues better than RE1.
Sorry I'm late.
It's time. Let's move out.
What about Cooper?
Forget him. Time's up.
Wait!
They just randomly leave one of their teammates behind. What? That's not very nice. Oh well, I'm sure he'll be just fine. Yeah, he's fine.
Okay, this is the first checkpoint. Playtime is officially over, kiddies.
Playtime is over? But I just started the game. Our protagonist is Regina.
Hi, Ken Adams. Nice to meet you.
Regina Phalange.
The other person is Rick, and our commander's name is Gale. Rick is the stereotypical hacker dude. You know, the one you see in every movie. He's cool though. He heads inside to take over the security systems, while Regina investigates the place. Let's make the obvious comparisons to Resident Evil. Instead of using pre-rendered backgrounds, Dino Crisis has an actual 3D engine. We still have the fixed camera, but the engine allows it to sometimes follow you, like in Silent Hill. It's really nice, it adds a lot to the atmosphere, but then at the same time, items are kinda floating around, which dispels the atmosphere a bit. It feels very video gamey. You have an inventory, but it's less convenient. There's a weird mixing system. There are special items you can combine with healing items or ammo to increase their efficiency. I found it kind of pointless for the most part. The items you have are already powerful enough. For example, a normal medkit can restore all of your health points. I don't need to upgrade it. The only benefit is that it will also stop bleeding, but it's not worth the hassle. The items used for these combinations usually just end up taking space in my inventory. There's probably some cool super secret strategies that you can do with them, but I finished the game just fine without them, for the most part. There's an item box, but it works differently. It's worse in my opinion. You need to use a specific item to open it. In every location you find it. It's some kind of butt plug. The box itself only has like 10 slots inside. You can find 3 different types of boxes, but they're usually scattered around. They don't appear next to each other. Which, as you can tell, is less convenient than having just one box that stores all of your items at the same time. On the other hand, you can save your progress without using any items. You also don't need to use a typewriter. You just walk out the door of the save room. You can do this as many times as you want. And obviously, I abused this mechanic and saved every time I made the smallest progress. If you die, instead of reloading your save, you now have the option of continuing from the same place you perished, which also restores all of your HP. You have a map that shows you your destination, so it's kind of hard to get lost. You can move certain objects to reveal hidden items like health or ammo. How did it even get here? You can quick turn. The door animations are here, but this time you see the protagonist open the door. You can't skip them as far as I know, but at least they're quick. What's cool though is that the animation will change based on how injured you are. By far the most insane change is... Are you ready for this? You can aim and walk at the same time. That's crazy. Resident Evil protagonists only realize they can do that in RE6, but you can't shoot and walk at the same time. I guess that's too much multitasking. So this place seems to be abandoned, and it seems like something bad has happened. Security guards are supposed to be stationed here, but only blood remains. Something attacked them. We're about to see the first victim of whatever's going on here. It's gruesome to say the least. And this is her reaction.
That's disgusting.
This guy's been eviscerated. Something tore his intestines straight out.
Look at those tooth marks. It had to be some sort of animal.
That's some nice deductive reasoning. Way better than Barry Burton's.
What? What is this?
What is it?
Blood.
Yeah, no shit. The game has a slow start compared to its zombie-infested counterparts. There, it doesn't take long until you get attacked by enemies. Sometimes you get attacked immediately. But in Dino Crisis, you mostly explore a linear path and solve a puzzle. Yeah, you solve puzzles before you even meet the first enemy. The puzzle is very simple. For the most part, all of the puzzles are super easy. They're kindergarten level. Match the colors, match the letters, match the numbers, match the shapes. I'm not exactly complaining about it, but for the most part, it doesn't compare to what we got in Resident Evil. Well, they're easy as long as you find notes that explain how they work. Having said that, there are a few clever puzzles later on. Anyway, we go back outside and find that Gail is missing. There's blood on the floor. And then... it happens. The first enemy shows up, and I run like a little girl. This is like Resident Evil, right? When you go through a door to the next area, the enemies can't follow you. See? He's stuck on the other side. We're safe. Oh shit, I ran away again, but this time he actually can't follow me. So, yeah, that just happened. There's dinosaurs here. Who could have seen that coming? We talk with Rick and tell him about how the dino situation is insane, but he doesn't really buy it.
You're not gonna believe this. He was attacked by some kind of dinosaur.
Now that's a good one. So, who was it? Barney?
This isn't a joke, you idiot. We were just attacked by a big-ass lizard.
For now, we decide to regroup inside of the facility and figure out what to do. Certain sections are blocked by these security lasers. In order to get around them, we can sometimes rappel up into vents, which is a very nice way of creating shortcuts in the map. They make you feel tense and claustrophobic. At least until you realize that this is actually the safest place in the game and nothing will attack you here. Maybe I should just live here from now on. We find Rick in the middle of his geeky hacker stuff. Regina then explains the dino situation.
So, what exactly happened to Gale? You said that he was attacked by a dinosaur?
Yeah, I couldn't believe it. I just hope he's still alive. Anyway, our first priority is to complete the mission.
Anyway? What do you mean, anyway?
Wow, they really like leaving teammates behind. Oh gosh, I hope he's okay. Well anyway, forget about him. Let's complete the mission.
What we ought to do is just call in the chopper and get off this death trap.
That's a great idea, but Cooper has the radio, and he's missing.
Wait, Cooper is the first guy you left behind, right? The one who got eaten in the opening cutscene? Wait, you only had one radio? How incompetent are you? Did the government not have enough budget for more than one radio? Whatever, at least I find a shotgun in the next room. There's not a lot of weapons in this game, but pretty much all of them can be equipped with multiple types of ammunition. The shotgun, for example, can be equipped with tranquilizer darts. Basically, you can put dinosaurs to sleep, but only for a short while. I barely used it. I rather kill them and get rid of the problem permanently. The game is actually pretty stingy on ammo. Maybe I somehow didn't explore enough, even though I explored a lot. But I spent most of the game with very little ammo. I had just enough to survive, which is mostly a good thing in this type of game. You can't just kill anything you see, which forces the player to pick and choose their fights. Sometimes you need to run away from the spooky lizards. I mean, they're dinosaurs, they're supposed to be intimidating. But then, on the other hand, sometimes you just elbow them in the face. These assholes can knock the weapon from your hands, forcing you to retrieve it, and you're stuck without a weapon for a few seconds. Panic horror! Also, you cannot check your health. You know how in Resident Evil you have health status? Fine, caution, danger. You don't have that here. I guess it makes it more tense, but it's still annoying. If she's holding herself, she's kind of injured, so use a health kit. If she's limping, then she's really hurting. And if there's a trail of blood, it means you're bleeding, and you need to use this item. It stops the bleeding, but it does not heal you. You know how in survival horror games, there's usually a lot of notes you have to read? And you know how in pretty much every game, the protagonist copies the notes they find, or put them in their inventory? Well, not here, bucko. Regina is too lazy. You can't take notes with you. If you see something important, like a door combination or a hint on how to solve a puzzle, you just have to remember it or write it down. I guess they wanted to make some differences between this game and Resident Evil, but come on, if you're gonna make changes, don't make it a downgrade. Also, you can't skip cutscenes. I don't know about other versions, but that's how it is here. Okay, sure, you shouldn't skip them on your first playthrough, but still, all of these mild inconveniences pile up. It's still a good game, but why? Why is it like this? After receiving some head, we managed to unlock a door to some office and find a survivor. we lie to him about us being from the rescue team and ask him where we can find Dr. Kirk. He doesn't know, but he does give us a keycard. Well, that wasn't so helpful. We still don't know where Kirk is, but at least we can rescue this guy.
Oh, you've got to be kidding me.
God damn, you're a big boy. Yeah, we're fighting a T-Rex now. We can't kill him, but if we don't do something, he's going to take us to dinner. Inside of his stomach. Typical first date. After shooting him a few times, he gives up and walks away. I would also give up if my foot started shooting at me. Rick calls to let us know that he unlocked parts of this facility and that he caught a glimpse of someone human in the security cameras. Maybe it's Gale. So we go check it out. Rick, why didn't you tell me dinosaurs were waiting to ambush me? You have security cameras. You asshole. Rick! I somehow survive and run into a nearby room, where I find a key. Oh come on, give me a break. Look, we can talk about this. I'm not that tasty, I'm skinny, and you know what they say about redheads. Oh, thanks dude. He's alive, and he doesn't seem to be bothered by the existence of freaking dinosaurs. He's a tough soldier dude. You know the type. Life is one big battlefield. There's always monsters that need to be killed. Or some dumb shit like that.
It's always eat or be eaten out in the battlefield, no matter who or what you're up against.
Because this is a horror game, we split up again. Regina continues searching for Kirk, but I got distracted when I found out the lasers can't hurt you. So you can pretty much do this all day. It's kind of hypnotizing. The lasers are actually useful and can prevent the scary lizards from reaching you. After reading more notes and solving more puzzles, we get a call from Rick who wants to tell us something.
Look, I need you to come back here. There's something I have to talk to you about.
But we're already talking. We're talking right now. Why do I need to go back all the way to where you are? Are you trolling me? Rick!
What's the emergency?
Gale just told me he saw someone on the underground monitor.
It flashed by pretty quick, but I'm sure I saw something.
Is that what you wanted to tell me? You could have said that over the phone. We suddenly get a distress signal from one of our teammates. It's either Tom, the guy who was disguised as a scientist, or it was Cooper, who... Okay, it's probably not him.
What about Cooper?
This is where the game introduces a new mechanic. Like in Resident Evil 3, you occasionally get to pick between two options. The game will somewhat change depending on the one you choose. Essentially, Rick and Gale will each give you an option. In this scenario, Gale is a super tough guy who likes to abandon his teammates. He only wants to focus on the mission. But Rick is like, nah bro, let's save him.
What are you talking about? He's asking for our help. We don't leave our own behind.
Even though Rick pranked me, I'm gonna choose him. He seems more likable. I'll go rescue my comrade first. We go back outside and encounter some pterodactyls. Flying dinos. One of them picks Regina up, only to then throw her on this metal door. What a dick. Also, these QuickTime events are bullshit. Yeah, there's QuickTime events in this 90s survival horror game. Whenever it says danger, you have to mash the action button to avoid getting damaged or killed. But look at this. Look how suddenly it appears and then how quickly it disappears. Not all of them are this bad, but still, if you're playing this for the first time, there's no way for you to know that it's going to happen. And by the time you realize what's going on, it's already gone. Stupid! I take revenge on him and make him crash into a metal wall. Regina then follows Rick and finds the survivor. It is actually Tom, and he's not doing so good. He's kind of bleeding out.
Tom, can you tell us what's going on here?
Kirk's insane. His experiments have nothing to do with energy development.
Tom! His wounds are pretty bad. We have to move him someplace safe immediately.
No, Rick, they're not pretty bad. Pretty bad is when a cat cuts you deep with its claws, and you kind of bleed for a few minutes. Tom is basically half eaten. That's a little more than just pretty bad, Rick. Rick!
This looks pretty bad.
Whatever, at least we got to him before he died. I go outside to secure the area. I also activate a giant elevator. Now we can access the underground floor and continue looking for the stupid doctor. But at least evacuate Tom first. Are you gonna carry him until we find Dr. Kirk?
So you saw the beast, right?
Yeah. Pteranodon, wasn't it?
Why is she acting so casual? Like it's not a big deal.
Pteranodon, wasn't it?
It's unbelievable.
Didn't I tell you?
This is just like that movie.
We go down the elevator, where I then need to solve a really weird and stupid crane puzzle to clear the way. Rick takes Tom to safety. No, wait, a dinosaur was sleeping here. Why not check the room before entering it? Rick!
Chew on this!
I make my way over there. Ah, come on! I make my way over there, and he's dead. All of this was pointless. Maybe abandoning teammates is the right choice. Getting back to the actual plot. Oh look, tiny dinosaurs. They're so cute. Getting back to the plot, we go back to where the big dino almost ate us. There's a nice puzzle here. We need to use 2 keycards to open a secret compartment, but there's a safe inside of it, and we don't know the code. What do we do? Well, if you examine each keycard, you'll see they have letters on them. It looks like words. Better call Saul and Leo. We need numbers to open the safe, so this isn't helpful. But if you turn them upside down, you get the answer. 705 and 037. That's clever, I like it. This gives us another card. At this point, I have so many cards, I can play Yu-Gi-Oh with them. Each card will be used to access more parts of the facility. For now, we get to the entrance of Kirk's lab, but it requires 2 people to open it, so we call Gale. This is basically the prototype for Capcom's co-op system in their future games. You know the one where you have to wait for your co-op partner to do a specific action just so you can progress, even when it's something super basic, like opening a normal door. And this can happen every 5 minutes and it slows down the pace. God, I hate it. Sorry, this doesn't have anything to do with Dino Crisis, I just wanted to complain about it. Why are you waiting for her, Chris? You can break down the door just by sneezing on it. Anyway, we call Gale and open the secret door to the secret lab, where we find this wibbly wobbly thing. It's probably not important. We search around for the stupid scientist, but he's not here. But then we find out that he is close by, because that asshole locks us inside of this place. It's kind of tense. The characters don't know what to do. But then I solve a slide puzzle where I match the shapes and unlock the doors. Who knew you could overwrite a security lockdown by solving a children's game? Is this how tech support works? Is this what they do when I call them to fix my Wi-Fi? We get another moment where we can choose between Gale and Rick. There's a lot of dinos outside, and Rick suggests going through a secret hatch to avoid fighting some tough enemies. You know, safety first. But Gale is like,
but the entire underground area is crawling with dinosaurs. You'll never be able to make it through there.
Don't sweat it. I'll take them all out one by one if I have to.
I chose Rick again because I'm not a macho alpha male like Gale. Alpha Gale. This forces me to do another puzzle where I need to play a memory game and match some numbers. I think this game has more puzzles than all of the original Resident Evil trilogy. It feels like there's one every 5 minutes. I'm not complaining exactly, but I think if there were less puzzles, but they were harder, that would have been better. We go through the emergency hatch and finally find this asshole.
Hold it! Dr. Kirk, we've come to help. We're representatives from your nation's government.
My nation? I'm touched. And what do you government agents want with me?
Shut up. You're coming with us if I have to knock you out and drag you back myself.
Well, according to the government, I'm officially deceased, correct?
If that's the way you want it, I'd be more than happy to oblige. So what'll it be, genius?
Wow, he made it by himself. I guess he actually took them one by one.
I'll take them all out one by one if I have to.
Relax, Agent.
Things get a little heated. Dr. Schmuck doesn't want to leave because, oh, my experiments, I cannot leave yet. I have to complete my experiments. Even though I'm a defenseless dumbass and there's dinosaurs running around. But Gale just tells him to shut up and calls him government property.
You can't do this! I have rights!
According to command, you're government property, pal. I suggest you take it up with them.
No! They can't do this to me! They deserted me 3 years ago and now they want me back? This is preposterous!
Shut up.
Then he threatens to shoot him if he doesn't comply. Yeah, I guess he deserves this treatment for locking us up and doing weird experiments, but damn. Gale takes him to Rick, while we go and call the helicopter to get us out of here. In order to do that, we need to power up a giant antenna. So we do that, but then we get rudely interrupted.
Regina, what happened? The emergency lock on the second floor's just been activated.
I'm a bit busy right now. Do something about it.
Don't sweat it. I'll release the lock.
The T-Rex can almost be described as a stalker enemy, because he shows up multiple times and you can't kill him. Usually stalker enemies are big and threatening, but they're usually not this big.
Gosh, you're big. You're so big. My goodness, look at you.
This part took me a few tries. You have to shoot him for a while until Rick unlocks the door behind you, but your timing has to be precise. You have to shoot just as he's about to get you. Regina calls the chopper and tells him to get here ASAP.
ASAP.
Roger, I'm on my way.
So that's it. All we have to do is get to the heliport and the game will be over. No more lizards. After finding a grenade launcher and moving some really big boxes, we meet up with Rick and Dr. A-Hole.
You okay, Regina?
Where's Gale?
I don't know. Haven't heard a word from him. What's he doing? Finally! You know, I had a really bad feeling about this mission. All things considered, it could have been a lot worse.
Now why did you have to say that? It's like saying, what's the worst thing that can happen? Right before something terrible happens. It's a cliche for a reason, Rick. You don't say things like that. If you do that, a giant dino might show up and destroy our only means of escape. Which is exactly what happens. The big boy grabs the helicopter and makes it explode. Why'd you have to open your big mouth? Rick! Not only did we lose the chopper, but Dr. Douchebag managed to escape, so we need to waste time and find him again. Oh, and I guess the pilot died. Okay. Oh, and the freaking T-Rex is after me. Again? We don't really need to fight him. We need to wait until Rick fixes a nearby elevator. We can just run around the arena until he does that. Just run around the helicopter for like 2 minutes. Eventually he calls us and we escape like little children.
We're screwed! The chopper's history! How are we gonna get out of here?
Calm down. We'll just have to find another way.
Ma, come off it. You're never this positive. Ah!
What happened?
The elevator breaks down and conveniently stops at a place where I find a keycard with access to all floors. This dead person also left a note because this is a survival horror game and everyone likes to leave notes. It says that there's another way to get out of here. A boat. Regina tells Rick about it, so he fixes a different elevator, which takes us back to the big elevator we used earlier, which should take us down to where the boat is located. But then it breaks down too, because every single thing that can go wrong here does go wrong. Some of the power does come back, but now we need to fix a generator or something. You know, video game objectives. So we easily do that. I feel like a qualified electrician after playing this. Rick goes to do some nerdy science stuff, while Regina searches for a way to get to that boat. We meet a new dino, which is basically the same as the normal one, but stronger. There's not a lot of enemy variety here. It's either a normal dino, strong dino, flying dino, tiny dino, or big dino. The main enemy in Resident Evil are the zombies, but there's a lot of other creatures as well. Spooky animals and other mutations. I get it, there's not much you can do if you're limiting yourself to one type of animal. Most of them have the same behavior, so you deal with them in the same way. It could have been cool if they added some dinosaur mutations, like a dino dog or a dino plant. We find Gale, who leaves immediately. He's acting kind of strange. I sure hope he's not hiding anything from us.
Yeah.
Apparently some of the people who worked here also thought that Kirk was an asshole. They wanted to poison him. That's nice. We eventually stumble into another control room and meet up with Rick. This door leads to the port. Of course it's locked, so Rick has to do some science stuff to open it. They then hear someone who's in trouble.
It'll take a while before I can pop this open.
You copy, Mike? I found the key to the port, but I got a lizard riding on my tail. I'm heading to the main elevator right now. I'll meet it at the ground level. Hurry!
Huh, sounds like we're not the only ones having problems.
I'm glad you're amused.
She's taking this way too casually. Someone is crying about almost getting eaten by dinosaurs, and she casually makes a joke about it. I like her. We need to find a guy from the radio, but not because we care about him, but because he has the key to the port. Mr. T shows up again. I told you he was a stalker enemy. We're about to fight, but then he headbutts this thing and knocks himself unconscious. Very clever tactic. We find a radio guy, and of course he's dead, but at least he has the keycard we need. Regina gives it to Rick. Why are you throwing it? You could have broken it. I'm sorry for yelling. Will you go out with me? They manage to open the door, but are stopped by this interdimensional wibbly wobbly stuff.
This could be a problem.
This vortex must be the side effect of the third energy experiment.
He throws a coin to see what will happen if something touches this thing, and the coin disappears. So it's probably not safe to touch it. Whatever it is, it's a side effect of the experiments that Kirk was doing. Now we kind of have to aimlessly search around for clues on how to deactivate this shit. Regina gains access to a super duper ultra secret part of the facility. It looks like she gets superpowers or something, but no, it's just a security scan. Somehow there's dinosaurs in here too, even though this place was locked behind so many doors. Maybe they're scientists that worked here. Imagine them going to college or university. They'll probably get straight A's on all of their tests, because the teachers will be afraid to be eaten. Anyway, we eventually find a way inside of this place, which really reminds me of Metal Gear Solid 1. You know, the part where you find Metal Gear Rex? Wait, Metal Gear Rex? T-Rex? Dinos? This is the generator responsible for that energy source that Dr. Dickhead was researching. We learned that if we activate it, that wibbly wobbly stuff that's blocking our way should disappear. We then find someone who's still alive, and she's dying. Well, time to go solve more puzzles. After failing to solve said puzzles, because I don't have the keycard I need, we hear a gunshot. We go investigate, and oh no, he killed that woman I was totally going to save. It's Dr. Kirk. So he's a mad scientist and a misogynist. See? He even threatens to kill Regina. He only kills women. But when a big burly man shows up, he kneels down. He's exactly the type of person to listen to a cringy alpha male podcast. He then finally explains what the hell is going on here. And of course he does it in a smug, pretentious way.
To put it in terms that even you can understand, third energy has the ability to replace a pocket in space with one from a different time.
What?
Yes. I came to these conclusions following this evening's final experiment. You've seen the effects yourself. Those beasts were occupying the space this facility is located on almost 65 million years ago.
Right. So that's how those dinosaurs appeared in our time.
Precisely. And that is what I have done.
Uh-huh. And how many people were sacrificed before you made this discovery?
Who cares? The numbers are quite irrelevant.
Hey, irrelevant. Irrelevant.
Let's just say that there were many. Extraordinary deaths for ordinary men, don't you think?
Spoken like a true devil.
A god or a devil? I don't care about that. Only my experiment.
Enough.
Oh my god, this fucking edgelord. So basically, he messed around with this weird energy called the third energy. Somehow it acted kind of like a time machine. Whatever was in this exact location millions of years ago was transferred to the present time.
Present day. Present time.
All of the dinos that were hanging around the spot were teleported here from the past. Dr. Shitbags explains that if we use the big generator we found, it will get rid of that time vortex that's blocking our way, but, however, it might cause the whole facility to teleport back to the past. So, that's a bit inconvenient. Gale proceeds to humiliate him and takes him to the back room, while Regina activates the generator. In order to do that, we need to find some special devices. Of course, Gale wants us to charge into a dino-infested area and find the completed versions of the devices, but Rick shows up and offers a different option. We can avoid the dinos and assemble the devices ourselves. It will take longer, but it's safer. I already chose Rick twice, so might as well choose him again. Oh, hello there. Don't mind me. You can keep staring at each other. I'm just gonna grab this medkit. This is essentially the final part of the game. The main puzzle here is to find some special parts and build the devices we need. Dr. Edgelord gave us a keycard that allows us to pretty much open up any door, so we can find whatever we need. After a lot of maintenance and busy work, we find the parts and assemble them. No, wait! First we need to play a stupid minigame where you actually need to assemble them by spinning one part and waiting for the others to float towards it. Come on, come on, come on, come on! This is way harder than it looks. That's what she said. Finally, we assemble the devices. Take a fingerprint sample from Dr. Dickhead, solve another puzzle to make another keycard, do a lot of other IT work, and then, finally, we're able to place the devices inside the generator. We do that and the generator activates. This causes the whole facility to shake, and something unfortunate happens.
Huh? The ceiling! Move it!
You fool. What was the point in saving me? How pathetic.
I'm not even sad about Gale. I'm just mad that something made Kirk smile. And Gale isn't dead. He's too macho for that. He gives us a device that can track the stupid doctor. We bring him back to Rick, who is preparing our escape. He pushes some buttons and finally the spooky vortex disappears. We can go home. But before that, we have our final choice. Whatever you choose here will affect the ending. Rick doesn't give a shit about Kirk and just wants to escape. But Gale is like, grrr, we have to complete the mission, grrr. We have to find Kirk and bring him to our leaders. We can choose to ignore him and escape together with Rick, which will make Gale chase after Kirk by himself, which is not a good idea in his condition. Oh, and in a few minutes, the whole island will time travel into the past, so Regina knocks him out. Yeah, mutiny.
Gale!
Thanks. That G.I. Joe deserved it. Come on.
Rick carries him to the boat, and somehow he gets there way faster than Regina. Even though he's carrying a big, muscular man, we get to the boat, but of course it's broken and doesn't have any fuel. Apparently, it's powered up by nuclear energy. A boat needs nuclear energy in order to work? Is that normal? We find the fuel, head back to Rick, and then...
It's the T-Rex again!
Leave him to me. You just work on getting that thing fixed.
Right.
We face off against the big boy one last time. The sound he makes is the exact one you hear when you start the game. He was hunting you since the beginning. It's not really a boss fight, it's more like a chase sequence with the occasional QTE. If the T-Rex gets close, you shoot him in the face with a grenade launcher, otherwise just keep running. That's it. Eventually he gets tired of chasing us and the final cutscene will play.
Fire in the hole! Get down! Make like a tree and get out of here! Oh boy, I'd say it's time to run! Blast! It's gonna overtake us!
So... Dr. Kirk is probably dead. We came here for nothing, but at least we're alive? You get this annoying message at the end telling you, yeah, you finished the game, but you could have done more, you dipshit. You fucking loser. Okay, what about the other endings? Let's go back a bit. First of all, I'm gonna change my outfit for variety. Look at this, she's like a cave woman. Even the guns have skins. The pistol is just a big bone, the shotgun is a big bone, and the grenade launcher is a... fish? So that's how cavemen hunted the dinosaurs. Anyway, if you choose to listen to Gale, then Regina doesn't knock him out and he goes after Kirk. She decides to go after him while Rick prepares the boat. We find both of them and learn the truth about this whole operation. The very predictable truth.
Come on, let's go.
Regina, take this.
The disc?
It contains all the information on the third energy, including the details on how to use it as a weapon. Once we deliver this disc to our government, our real mission will be complete.
Just as I suspected.
His laughter jump scared me. Wow, that was so cringe. Of course we were working for a shady organization all along. The real mission was to get the data and the special energy Dr. Blondie was working on. They don't actually care about him, and of course they want to use this energy to create some kind of super weapon. That's just something all companies want to do. Gale was the only one who was informed about it. I thought Gale would be like Wesker from Resident Evil 1, that he would betray us, but he's actually a nice guy. He cared enough about his team to sacrifice himself to facilitate their escape. He just wanted to complete the mission assigned to him, because he's a professional. But I guess he still doesn't care about Cooper.
I don't understand, Gale. Why didn't you tell us?
I can only guess that the two of you were too clean to be trusted by the top brass.
And what about you?
I didn't want to put either of you in danger. What you didn't know couldn't hurt you.
This has all been quite enlightening, but can we go now?
You're right. Let's go, Gale.
And this is the reward for a lifetime of service to the government. Sad, isn't it?
Let's go.
Yeah, you punch that beta male. So Gale dies, Kirk is escorted to the boat, and the T-Rex is already dead? But how? No, wait, he's not. He chases after us on the boat.
He's back! I was beginning to miss our reptilian groupie.
Shut up and steer. I'm gonna take care of this once and for all.
The fight is basically the same as before, but I guess it looks cooler. You wait until he gets close, and you shoot him in the face. This time, Rick shoots a missile from the boat. Thank God there's always conveniently placed giant propane tanks. It doesn't kill him. So, Regina throws a grenade in his mouth. Why does this boat have so many weapons inside of it, and a rocket on top of it? Oh, and of course, she says a cringy one-liner.
End of the line for you, handsome. You're extinct!
The game still gives me that stupid message, so you know what? Fine, I'm gonna get the good ending. From what I know, there's multiple ways to do it, but I chose the simple way. I choose Rick again.
Gale!
But this time, I used the device Gale gave Regina. Remember how he planted a transmitter on Dr. Comstein? I used the device to locate him. He's about to escape on a random helicopter he found, which means that he probably survived in the first ending. But now, he's gonna get kicked in the face.
Fool!
Regina, what are you doing? Answer me! What have you been doing? The hovercraft's just being destroyed by the T-Rex.
I caught the doctor, Rick. There's a chopper over here we can use to escape.
Oh, great. I'm heading over now.
Good. I'll pick you up ASAP. Hurry! Ha!
We meet up with them, and somehow the T-Rex chased them all the way here. That means we have pretty much the same boss fight. We shoot him a few times and get a cutscene. They get on the helicopter and Rick delivers one of the goofiest lines in the game.
He's still after us!
I'm gonna flash fry that dino dodo!
Good job, Rick. Rick! Good job. This is the best ending. Everyone survived, and we've completed our mission. We get the standard Resident Evil ending of a helicopter flying into the sunset, and the game ends. This time I get a more pleasant message, because the game knows I got mad skills. Dino Crisis is, well, it's basically what people say it is. Resident Evil with dinosaurs. I didn't want to admit it, because that description seems a bit reductive. Too simple. But it's true. It's basically a less good version of Resident Evil. Still a good game. Any survival horror fan should play it. It's just, I don't know. I guess Capcom and Shinji Mikami wanted to shake up the formula by changing some of the mechanics, but I think they made it more annoying than it could have been. The way the item boxes work, the fact you can't pick up notes, the fact you can't tell exactly how much health you have, the many QTE jump scares. All of these elements are not bad exactly, they're just kind of annoying. I wonder if dinosaur meat is tasty. The story is entertaining enough, it has that campiness we all love, maybe not on the same level as Resident Evil, but it's there. Regina always sounds too cheerful, no matter what horrible thing happens.
I'm a bit busy right now. Do something about it. Pteranodon, wasn't it?
I gave Rick some shit for comedic purposes, but he's probably the most likable character in the game. He did say some stupid things though. Dino Crisis 2 is more actiony and less survival horror-y. It's considered to be the better game. So we're gonna check it out next. Thanks for watching. Do all of the YouTube stuff. Feed the algorithm. What? Well, okay, no. Obviously the best character is Cooper.